Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of that Respect the Combat podcast, episode 245. Yes, we have made it to 245 episodes. I am surprised that I have not been canceled or blocked or any of the other things that have been happening to content creators lately, but I am still here, thankfully. Thank you all for joining us once again on your Friday morning with your favorite crew. We got a lot to go over today, a lot of good things, some bad, some boring is the nice way to put it. But with all that being said, Donaze, how are you doing today?
WWE and TKO don't use our content for clips, so you're good on the blocking.
Yeah, I guess for once, I'm kind of glad that they don't use my clips. Yeah, for once, we actually survived the purge of content creators because I've seen so many of their pages just drop recently. I'm like, oh god.
Same here, and then I've seen to where they're still using clips from those same creators. I'm like,
which that's even more messed up because it's like you're going to block their clips, but now you're using them. It's just like, oh, okay. But anyhow,
yeah.
Monkey, how you doing today?
Poor guys. Should have just streamed on Kick.
Hey, yo, no, stop.
We're everywhere right now. We're Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on fucking.
Yeah, that's right, bitches. We're everywhere. So if you fucking take one of us down, there's like 20 more of us.
Don't get me wrong. You're right. But we had this conversation, I think, when Irving brought it up with a certain three letters that we don't want to talk about on here. But yeah.
Yes, we will refrain from mentioning the evil three letters that we don't want to talk about right now because it will trigger all three of us. Now, on a very, very exciting note, I'm very excited to introduce our guest for today. She is your current NWA World Women's Champion and one of the head trainers over at the Fight the World Wrestling Academy. You have seen her on the Jericho Cruise, regular on NWA, House of Glory Wrestling, ACW, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, Shine Wrestling, and many other promotions around the world. Natalia Markova, how are you doing today?
Hi, I don't hear anything, just so we're clear on that.
Oh, no, not again. We have the technical issues again.
I don't have the audio. I don't know.
No problem. Hold on.
Man, we had such a good opening.
Dang StreamYard and their technical issues.
No, this is Eric's fault.
How is this my fault?
Because
you opened the room.
Yeah, I know I opened the room, but for some reason this always happens when I open the room, and it never happens when Monkey opens the room.
Enough said.
God. And I had a nice intro and everything. And it always happens with our bigger guests. It happened with Richard. Now it's happening with Natalia. God. StreamYard, get your stuff together. Okay, let's hope she could. Whoop.
I can't.
Stop, Monkey. Okay, can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay, good. How are you doing today? I am so sorry about that.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing good. Thank you so much for making the time in your very busy schedule to hop on today. Means a lot. I'm very excited to have you.
You couldn't hear it, but we had a great intro for you. It was awesome.
I didn't hear it, but I trust you guys.
Yes. As I said before, we have NWA World Women's Champion Natalia Markova on the podcast today. We are very excited to have her on. A lot of good things to go over today. Now, with all that being said, just to hop right into these mainstream highlights because I want to get this first one over with on slate. Now,
short. I thought you were going to do the whole thing again.
Okay, we're gonna go into the opening now before Monkey unfortunately loses it. Rogelio Reyes I can't pronounce his name.
Well, does he deserve it though?
Yes. He has been sentenced to 10 years and 8 months, 12 years with 14 months knocked down as an awaited sentence and trial for domestic violence and attempted femicide against ex-girlfriend Stephanie Vaquer. Now, this is the reason why Stephanie Vaquer has been off TV recently, is because she's been dealing with this situation. Now, I'm happy to see that this was taken care of. I'm happy to see that justice was served. I'm happy to see that he will be serving time for all of this because it was a very I'm not going to go into detail about the situation because that's her private life. I've read up on it. It's not pretty. That's all I'm going to say. It's just not a pretty situation. If you want to look up on it on your own time. But all I could say is that I'm very happy justice was served in this situation. I'm glad.
You used the word femicide. That's a good context clue right there, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it was just a very bad situation. I'm glad that now she's able to have some form of peace with it, knowing that he will not be able to come near her anytime soon.
or anybody.
And
to those defended him for as long as they did, you are just as guilty as he is.
Look, the one thing I've learned working in the industry is that everyone's set to their opinions and everyone's going to choose sides. And unfortunately, there are certain times where people will choose a side and then they're like, oh, crap, that guy was guilty. Why was I defending him? And that's honestly why I kind of keep my head down for the most part. And I just do my job because I'm just one of those guys that's happy to be here. I kind of try to stay out of the drama. I stay out of all the BS that I watch every day on Facebook. It's quite entertaining to watch, not going to lie. It's very entertaining, sometimes more entertaining than TV. But I do see it as very toxic. And I see the people that stay in those types of situations, in those types of communities, don't progress as much as they want to. And they start to not really understand as to why. And I mean, one thing I've learned just working with different promoters is none of them like drama. None of them like drama. Any whiff of drama, they get rid of it because it's seen as a distraction to what they're trying to do. And I mean, not to point out any fingers or promote. I mean, I literally witnessed it this past weekend with the promotion that I work with. And it's just, I just realized how toxic it could sometimes be. And I feel like there are certain times where if you don't personally know either person, then you really shouldn't get involved in the situation at all. It's usually just best if you keep to yourself and just don't get involved because you don't know if that can then end up biting you in the ass. That's what I have to say about that. Now, moving on to a bit more of a positive note. Mark Davis is your new AEW national champion, defeating Jack Perry this past weekend at AEW Fairway to Hell. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like AEW's been playing hot potato a lot, really, with titles. And I understand that that's their style, but I feel like it almost deters away from the belt's meaning if you're passing off the title every couple of months to someone else.
Nah.
Okay.
Stop that. No, we're done with fucking long championship reigns.
Why?
Because fuck that, bro. I'm so sick of it.
Donays, help me out here because I know you agree with me at least.
Consistency, especially when it comes to the pay-per-views, which we're essentially talking about what now? Six or seven matches coming up within the next 3 AEW pay-per-views in a bit because of the Owen.
Y'all sat here for months on end bitching about people like Roman and Cody having that belt too long, and now you go
hold on. All right.
Oh, here he goes.
Hey, you gonna bitch about the belt moving too? Come on, it's one or the other. Nah, fuck the long championship reign.
I apologize, Natalia. Monkey has a bit of a foul mouth, as you can see.
I always among wrestlers, so you can't really surprise me with that.
That is very true. Would you say that you have any type of opinion on this, like in regards to longevity with title reigns, or to each their own?
Honestly, yeah, I think it just depends on the situation on the champion. And I think long title runs are good if it works, but it shouldn't be like every single title ring as long as, I mean, it's pretty obvious,
Okay.
depending on the storyline and depending on what's going on.
Right. Okay. See, I can agree with that, and I could definitely understand where you're coming from with that. Now, moving on to our next topic, Billie Starkz graduated from college this past week, right before she has another title shot. Now, do you think she will win tonight at Supercard of Honor, or do you think it's going to be Ann Still once again?
Well, it's a six-way survival of the fittest, and one of the five have to eliminate Athena from that match to confirm and new.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes into a conversation I had after the bracket got announced. Athena's running that tournament in the Owen. Essentially depends on tonight. If it's Ann Still, she's losing at some point. If it's Ann New, strong possibility she's winning.
Yeah.
The Owen.
Yeah, we
And
even have a comment right here. I get the feeling that Billie is winning, and that's honestly the feeling I'm getting too. I think Billie is going over tonight.
Yeah, considering the promos they've been doing for like the last month, I think Billie gets it. But they could have done it one-on-one twice already.
Yes.
And now they waited way too long to where it would have been the best part to do it.
Yes. Now, we do also give a congratulation out to Scott Steiner's son, Brock, who has officially signed with the New Orleans Saints as one of their newest wide receivers. And in case anyone is wondering, yes, he has confirmed that once his football career is over, he will be transitioning over to professional wrestling.
Dude, he's already doing the big Papa Pump in the fucking end zone, bro. I've seen the kid playing all throughout fucking college. He's
a beast.
He's a fucking stud.
He's
Orleans
a beast.
got a good receiver there.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh. Like, I don't know who has a better acceleration, him or his cousin.
That's hard.
They're all the same, basically, celebration. So,
So, like, if both of them go to tackle one another, will we just have, like, one of those, like, earth splits happen?
I'm more particular to that celebration being after you've done laid out a quarterback in the backfield. That's when you should really be pulling out the big Papa Pump. But, hey, to each their own.
That would be Braun, not Scott's son. That would not be Scott's son, because I think Braun played defense, whereas Scott's son is playing wide receiver.
No, I get it. I know.
Yeah.
Now, WWE and AAA have announced that Triple Mania will take place on September 11th and 13th. Yes, September 11th and 13th. Reason why there's the break in between most likely is because they're doing it at two different locations.
Yeah.
So if you were to do that one day after the other, it'd be a little difficult transferring the ring and all the other stuff. But should be exciting. Question is, who's losing their match? Well, I mean, honestly, Raw announcing now that Chad Gable's coming back June 1st, that kind of just told us who's losing that mask versus mask match.
Exactly.
Braun Breaker run down the ramp of WrestleMania at breakneck speed, only to destroy Seth. I mean, seriously, that man, what's the fastest they clocked him at? Like 25 miles an hour or something?
Yeah. It was like 23.
My question is, how much can he squat? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, his calves have to be huge.
Do you really want to find that out? Because would you?
Not gonna lie, kinda.
No, here's the thing. I don't want to piss off Braun Breaker because I don't want to deal with Scott. Either Scott or Rick Steiner or Paul Heyman.
I mean, if anything, I just asked Paul Heyman if he can mentor me. But
that too. Hey, Jordan Grace has been doing that.
Now, more disclosure has surfaced over the recent releases and TKO involvement, and that Kevin Nash has stated and urged wrestlers to go to SAG and get unionized. So is he saying like wrestlers and like the professional wrestling community in general should become unionized, or like the WWE wrestlers should become unionized?
Those through WWE, because he's not been happy, not Ronda Rousey level angry at TKO recently, but he's not been happy since the Hall of Fame over the treatment of like legends and everything. And this just added to it. And he's not the only one. So Senator Andrew Yang actually hopped in on the discussion about it too, with wrestlers getting unionized. So with Thea Trinidad, aka Zelina Vega, and Aleister Black released, and she was the main one wrestler that started the discussion a few years back. Things are about to get very interesting when it comes to that because TKO wants to reportedly slash everybody's pay in half.
I mean, it's not even reportedly. I've actually gotten confirmation that that's what they're doing. They're basically going to certain people like, hey, we want you to take a 50% pay cut. They give them 48 hours to make a decision. If they don't give them a decision within 48 hours, then they grant their release. Like on the spot.
That's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. It's very messed up. I mean, we got Keebler over here. We got Keebler over here right now dealing with BS with TKO, and they're trying to buy out his contract from WWE, even though it states in his contract that no subsidiaries of WWE are allowed to buy out his contract. Like, it actually explicitly states that. And so I don't know what the heck they're trying to do because they're threatening to take him to court and all this other stuff. And I mean, honestly, if they take him to court, they're going to be paying him a lot of money. And I just don't think they're really doing this smart at all because, like I said last week, their profits are in the black right now, which means that they literally, for anyone that missed last week's episode, when a company is in the black, that means they literally made an entire lap around what their profits were supposed to be, and they either doubled or tripled it. So I'm kind of trying to figure out why exactly they're trying to have the people that created that profit to take a pay cut. Because the people that they're asking to take pay cuts are the ones that are going out there, putting their bodies on the line every week, doing all the traveling, paying for their freaking.
It's not even that. It's not even that.
No, like no. Like, think about this. Like, they're like, I've actually started to understand this a bit more. Like, these guys, they're paying for their gym memberships, they're paying for the nutrition, they're paying for their hotels, they're paying for their rental cars, they're paying for their travel, and doing all this other jazz. But then WWE wants them to take a pay cut. Because on top of that, then they're doing like all these all this risky crap on a regular basis. And it's like, hey, we really appreciate all the money you've made us last year. Now we want you to take a 50% pay cut. That's pretty much a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Forget that. This is the problem that I'm having with the discourse in this conversation is a lot of people don't even talk about that. There's been a couple of people that have asked me this question and it drives me nuts. Would you like? I think they were talking about Montez in the last one. They were like, "Oh, if they were paying you $2 million and you got 50% to $1 million, you're walking away from that." Yeah, I'm walking the fuck away from that. People, this is how we've gotten so bad with money in this generation. Is people don't understand the fucking market. If I'm getting paid fucking $2 million by the top company, that means I'm fucking $2 million on the market. I'm not going to take $1 million from that company when I know there's another fucking company who all that guy does is, all right, yeah, sign the fucking contract. Two and a half, yeah, two and a half. I'm going to test the fucking market and see if some other fucking.
Did you really have to do the table? Did you really have to do that?
Right.
He did.
But I'm gonna test the fucking market for the price that I was getting paid before I just take 50 fucking %. Because if I take 50 fucking %, yeah, then I'm a 1 million. Then I'm not gonna be able to go and get to $2.5 million ever again. Like, people do not fucking understand how markets work. They don't. That shit drives me nuts because it's not just wrestling. People don't understand that. It's sports marketing. Like, people do not actually understand that shit. It goes down to the conversations in football and basketball and baseball and hockey that I have too. Like, people do not understand how fucking important that is. You don't take a 50% pay cut, offer it before you go and test 3-4 other companies that are fucking paying millions of dollars for the same fucking talent. That's retarded. It's fucking retarded. So yeah, obviously you're going to see a lot of people walk. If that's really the case and they're expecting half the roster to take a half a pay cut, watch that bitch change.
everybody that was saying, "Oh, WWE needs to do a shakeup," you about to get it, bro. Because I wouldn't take a 50% pay cut. I don't care how much I'm getting paid.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Why do you think the New Day walked out frame one?
I was gonna say that actually was a comment that was just brought up here. New Day walked out because of that, but Asuka, she's not taking a pay cut or anything. She's just taking a break in Japan, which I believe that's been a topic for the last few days. Yes, that is actually true. It has nothing to do with her leaving WWE. She's more so going back to Japan, dealing with family stuff. But Natalia, I'm curious to get your opinion on this. I mean, say if you were in this type of situation where your company that you're working for, that they're profiting, that you're doing a lot of traveling, the whole nine, and then they approach you and ask you to take this type of pay cut, what would your response be?
I mean, honestly, I don't like speculating and assuming things that never happen. Like, I'm not in that company. I don't know what's going on there. So
Okay.
I cannot really judge in that. And I don't like thinking, oh, what if this would happen to me, what I would have done. I think I'll just wait. If it actually happens, then I'll make my decision. I don't like
Makes
wasting
sense.
my energy thinking about possibilities.
No, that's good. That's good. See, that's actually one of the reasons why I really like Natalia. Like I've been talking to her over the last few months, like working with her. She's very positive, honestly, like very, very positive. She just honestly tries to avoid negativity as much as possible, I've noticed. And that's not something I see a lot in professional wrestling. I see people always getting enticed in what's always happening or trying to get their 2 cents in. No, I've never seen that once with her. She just sticks to her own thing, does her own thing, stays busy. And I have to say, I respect it. I very much respect it highly.
Thank you.
Of
Same
course. So moving on to our next topic here. There have been conversations about the ad placement for WWE, and they are working on it. Now, define working on it. Like,
Well, let me say this. This whole thing, like, in discussion, so I was watching some clips from Chris Lee's recent interviews cycle with O'Shea Jackson Jr., aka Ice Cube's son, and he had brought up he had done What's Your Story a few months ago, well before even WrestleMania, and he asked about the ad placement. Granted, he said specifically during entrances is what tipped him off instead of like during the matches. And he said he talked to Triple H and Stephanie directly because Triple H had came down after the episode he shot with Stephanie. And their reaction was like, we're working on it. We know we're working on it.
I mean, do we seriously need Slim Jim logos on the tables?
I mean,
Snap into a Slim Jim, I guess.
I was gonna say, all right, Don. Moving on. I was gonna say the same shit.
Jesus. Now there have been.
Jim's got some history with the company, dude.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you're right, but I agree with Eric's point because now you're going to see the tables get pulled out, pause, at least once or twice a night, just because they need to get that Slim Jim added in, not because the match warrants it.
How does it go? We want tables?
Yes.
All right, so what are we bitching about?
Oh my gosh.
Why are we mad?
Oh, it's fancy reference. Move on, Eric, please.
I'm moving on now. There have been reports through Cultaholic that AAA is looking into getting a TV deal and using more WWE signed Hispanic talent heading into the summer. Wait, I thought they already have a TV deal.
Well, I guess they're trying to renew or something because that's why Bailey's doing the angle with Les Toxicas right now with Catalina's road to the title, and then apparently that's why Los.
But didn't they just sign that deal like a couple months ago?
I think they did. I don't know, but it's like weird because I know the Garza's. What sparked it was the Garza's posting the Thanos meme.
Oh boy. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
On top of everything she has already been going through over the last 8 months, Piper Niven revealed that she had to get anterior discectomy surgery. Jesus.
Yeah, so she had neck surgery
Ow.
over a pinched nerve.
Yee. Jesus. Well, I hope she has a speedy recovery on that. Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, that hurts me just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Now, on a positive note, after a 14-month hiatus, Brian Cage returned to AEW, facing off against Kevin Knight in a losing effort, unfortunately. But it was good to see him back on TV. I'm glad to see that he's healthy and back.
Yeah. Granted, he's back in the Don Callis family.
Bro, I told you, the Don Callis family is the modern day NWO. Everyone's in the Don Everyone's in the Don Callis family.
So does that make Don Callis the modern day Eric Bischoff?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's either Eric Bischoff or Vince Russo. All right, moving on. Now,
no, that'd be Tony.
Leon Slater's TNA contract status is currently up in the air after losing the X Division championship last night to Cedric Alexander, and last night would have become the longest reigning champion in company history. When's his contract up?
I don't know, but I know I've been hearing like stuff over the summer, but also with that, because he was going to become the longest reigning X Division champion this week if he beats Cedric. With him losing, that put like, oh yeah, another title for the system, but also that got taken away. And then they're not even going to give him the rematch because Fabian Eichner came out right after, the former Giovanni Vinci, and called a shot for Cedric Alexander. So he's in TNA now, going after the X Division title. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Apparently Steve Macklin, on top of that, I know I didn't put that in there, but Steve Macklin is getting the rematch for the world title from the concussion he suffered at Sacrifice.
Yes.
So
yes, I did see that. He'll be getting that rematch next week. And also, to round out mainstream highlights for today, Fabian Eichner has officially signed with TNA. I have to admit, that wasn't one I was seeing coming, but I'm happy to see that he's in TNA.
Yep.
Yes, and yeah, the Italian god Giovanni Vinci is in TNA. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Now, I'm just curious what his character is about to be, because WWE could not figure out anything, even with Gunther and Kaiser. Oh, excuse me, with Gunther and El Grande.
Now, last weekend we did have WWE Backlash. Can I just say that was probably one of the worst pay-per-views I've watched in a long time?
What's even worse, that had more bell-to-bell match time than WrestleMania, both nights of it.
It did. But I don't know, man. Like, it just seemed very underwhelming to me. Like, especially the Danhausen tag team match. Like, I was expecting, like, like maybe CM Punk, Opa Femi, maybe a surprise or something like that. But no, we get a swarm of midgets.
It's not even that. It was like the main one was El Torito. And you had us, and I know Irving hates me saying this, but you actually had to pay. People paid for that match. And 2 of the 3 matches that 2 of the 5 matches that people didn't have to pay for were 2 of the 5 that everybody was looking forward to. Braun versus Seth, and then Trick and Sammy's rematch. Which makes no sense. You had to pay for the Danhausen BS. You had to pay for the main event, which is still up in the air, and then you seemingly were paid for Asuka taking time off. So those 3 matches is what your $30 went into.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. The John Cena Classic, that's what you also paid for. Which
okay, so hold on. Someone
Taboo Tuesday the tournament, Taboo Tuesday the title. That's what it is.
I was gonna say, explain this one to me. So There will be a tournament for the title, but if you're not voted to win the title, then you don't win the title?
If you're not voted to win the matches, you can lose a match, but still move on in the tournament because of fan vote. That just spells somebody is rigging that mess from behind the scenes with creative or TKO got involved. Like, I guarantee you they pick the winners, the first round winners, and they're just trying to get the right matches. We are about to see Desmond Wolf TNA levels of buffoonery all over again.
Did he get a job at TKO or something?
No. But you remember when they were trying to do that fan vote of who became number one contender in TNA, we were trying to shove Jeff Hardy down our throats?
Yes.
And yet everybody was telling him, push Nigel. And they were just like, fine, we'll give Nigel a title shot, but we really want Jeff Hardy. That's what I think this is going to end up. By the way Cena explained it.
Right. Now, tonight we do have ROH Supercard of Honor, which will be available on Honor Club. Tonight's card, let's run down that real quick. We will not have a pre-show. Well, that's surprising. Usually all AEW and ROH shows have pre-shows, but all right. In a pure wrestling rules match for the ROH Pure Championship, we will see Lee Moriarty defend against Ace Austin. In a singles match for the AEW National Championship, Mark Davis will defend against Zalhua. Did I pronounce his name right?
Believe so, but yeah.
All right. Then in a singles match for the ROH World Television Championship, AR Fox will defend against Leo Rush. Wait, when did AR Fox become the TV champion?
It's ROH. Move on.
Okay. Red Velvet will defend the ROH Women's World Television Championship against Viva Vaughn. Bandito will defend the ROH World Championship against Blake Christian. Nigel McGuinness and Josh Woods will go one-on-one in a pure rules wrestling match. And then for the ROH Women's Pure Championship, Deonna Purrazzo will defend against Diamante. And then in a survival of the fittest match for the ROH Women's Championship, we will see Athena defend against Maya World, Trisha Adora, Yuka Sakazaki, Billy Starks, and Zeta Steele. I still personally think Billy's going over.
Exactly. It's either and still, and that's going to jack up our next topic, or and new, and Billy gets the week any college student would dream of.
Yes. Now, also, we did see the brackets for the Owen Hart tournament get announced this past week on AEW Dynamite. On the men's side, we will see Samoa Joe take on Will Ospreay, and that will be
at Double or Nothing,
as well as Swerve Strickland taking on Bandito, which will also be at Double or Nothing. Then Mark Davis will take on Jungle Jack Perry in a rematch of their AEW national title match, and then Claudio Castagnoli will take on Brody King. And then on the female side of the bracket, we will see Persephone take on Hazuki, Mina Shirakawa take on Athena. At Double or Nothing, we will see Willow Nightingale take on Alex Windsor, and then Sky Blue versus Saray.
And apparently 2 of those matches for the women's bracket got pushed back due to injuries.
Oh, boy.
Because Persephone and Saray are in the tournament, but apparently dealing with injuries right now. And Tony revealed during the media call for Supercard of Honor that those 2 matches will be given pushed slightly back, with the opening contest for both brackets being at Double or Nothing next weekend, with the finals of both tournaments being at Forbidden Door, with the championship matches obviously being at Wembley. What better? Is there any other man outside? So let me ask you this, Eric, because I know they started building the story with New Japan. When do they do the Callum match? Forbidden Door, Wembley, or at the Tokyo Dome? That's going to be my prediction on the men's side.
I honestly have no idea. I honestly really don't. I think it's either going to happen at Forbidden Door or Tokyo Dome. I don't think it would be a good fit. I don't think it's a good fit for Wembley.
Okay, so either way, it's Will wins, or you're fighting Callum at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, moving into our next topic, as you all can see, Natalia is here, and we have a few questions for you, Miss Natalia.
Yeah.
Now, Danez, did you want to ask this question since this is one of your questions?
Oh yeah. So my question for you, Natalia, was more so because I know being hailed and coming from Russia, and there's not too much when it comes to the women's wrestling scene out there. Why did you want to establish yourself stateside versus out there?
You mean why would I wrestle here rather than in Russia?
Yeah.
Well, because as we all know, the biggest companies in wrestling are in the United States. So obviously, want to be where the biggest companies are. So I'm pretty happy here. I like working with NWA, and that's my choice.
Heck yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And I was actually, that leads into my next question. What ended up getting you connected with the NWA as well as Billy Corgan, and what initially really made you want to start this journey into professional wrestling?
Well, actually, Billy contacted me and he said that he thinks that I have something and he wants me to come and he wants to see my work. So I showed up for the taping and it went so well. Honestly, me and Billy had like a huge understanding from the beginning, have similar outlook on things. And it went so well that honestly, it felt like family there and I enjoyed working there so much. So I just stayed.
Awesome. Yeah, and I was gonna say you've been with them now, I think since 2019. I think.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been
I
a
was gonna
while.
say it's been a
I
while.
don't track.
Yes. Now one question I just thought of because of the fact that I remember, because you were mentioning TV taping. I remember when Brian was on here the first time. I found a video online from Walmart. I think you already know which video I'm talking about. So I think he mentioned it was your first taping that you had, I think, out in New York, and you guys flew back. And was it your purse that was missing?
Yeah. It was not my first taping though. It was his first taping.
Oh, it was his first taping. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that I mean, I know how it ended up feeling on his end. I guess walk me through it. How exactly did it all go down? Was it a guy that was like sitting next to you, or was it someone that just like swiped your purse?
Well, honestly, it's a really long story to sit here and tell it to you.
Okay.
I'm sure you can watch Brian's podcast and have like some recollection of the story. But yeah, long story short, yes, we tracked the guy. Brian tackled him, big hero. Everybody was happy. Actually, it was a New York Post, so you can read that article to know details.
Yes, yes. And I do also always find it funny that everyone always assumes that you and Brian are a couple. Just because I mean, I know how close you guys are. I know you guys have been very close for a very long time, and it's more so of a friendship than anything else. And I always find it funny when I watch your guys' video. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a video or a skit where I think it was like a play funeral, and then Brian comes in, starts acting like a jackass, and then you two just start fighting, and I couldn't stop laughing watching it. It was just so entertaining to watch.
That was actually pretty cool. That's Moist Critical. If you
Yes.
know that guy. He's super popular on YouTube, over 1 million views every
Yeah.
time. And that was a fun
Sorry.
project. We did that. It was not, obviously, we were not our characters. It was not Brian. It was not me. He is actually like a Dow Jones there. So
Yeah.
all about stocks and everything. I'm some weird guy's sister, whatever it is. They have their own thing going on. I don't think they do this anymore though. But if you haven't watched that, go on YouTube, type that in, Moist Critical, and you'll find the funeral match. It was super fun. And of course, I got thrown onto the caskets. That's my.
Thank you, Charlie,
Thank you, Charlie.
for the content.
He's a cool guy, though. He's really fun. I like him. He's a funny person.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a big fan of his content. So that's why when I saw that video pop up on your page, I I watched the whole thing and I was like, "Oh, she works with him." I'm like, "That's funny." And then I watched the whole video and I'm like, "Jesus Christ." I'm like, if you ever wanted a video to make Brian look like a douchebag, well, here you go. And but anyhow, now I remember in past conversation, correct me if I'm wrong, when you were still living in Russia, you studied law, correct?
Yes.
Has any of that you've learned from your schooling back then, has any of that coincided and helped your professional wrestling career at all?
Honestly, I just did it for my parents. My parents wanted me to be this really serious, established person. So yeah, I went through school, university. I have a master's law degree. But honestly, I mean, obviously, any kind of education and going through things like that, just I feel like overall affects you, makes you more disciplined, give you some basic knowledge, and just develops you as a person. So yeah, I mean, obviously, in a way, it did help. And I wouldn't say some direct help. I don't think I need much of that in wrestling, but definitely helped me to become who I am today.
Heck yeah. Now, obviously, we know that you've gotten to travel multiple places around the world, thankfully, because of your wrestling career. Where would you say was probably your favorite place to visit and why?
I would say Japan, just because I always say that I've been in over the 35 maybe countries or so. Everything is kind of the same. I wouldn't say obviously exactly the same, but similar. Japan feels different. It's like the only place that felt really different. It's like a video game, you know? When I first came there, everything felt like, oh my God, it's so interesting. Totally different culture. Everything feels like I said, a video game. Even outside when I was walking, it was so perfectly clean. Every car, every street, it's just like you're inside. It's super clean. Um, Rules there insane. So, um, but I love it. I love their culture. There's like a whole street. There's like a place called Akihabara. It's a huge place with millions of like anime stuff, action figures, video games. I used to love going there. And I mean, there's so many things in Japan to explore. So if you like, okay, pick one place. Like I've never been anywhere. Where should I go? It'd be Japan, just because it's super fun and like I said, different matters. Unique places. That's what you want to see.
Oh, 100%. Now, I asked this final question and I will kind of coincide it into because you are going to be in Puerto Rico tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, I'm actually super excited about that. I'm fighting for the WWC Women's Championship, which
Yes.
is
Yes.
pretty legendary. That title, if you look back at the history of it, that's huge. Names that were holding it. That title, for people who don't know, WWC is a big legendary company in Puerto Rico. It's one of the biggest, no, it is the biggest company in Puerto Rico. So yeah, I'm super proud. I wrestled for them back in the day a bunch of times. So I'm super happy to come back. If any people from Puerto Rico watching that, guys, I'm really happy. I love Puerto Rico. I like going there, and I'm super excited about tomorrow.
Yes, yes. No, I was going to say that is very exciting. I wish you the best of luck and I hope to see you come back with some more gold.
Yeah.
Now, say you just got done with the show, just won the WWC Women's Championship. Where will you be going to celebrate for a bite to eat? Yes, I know.
um,
I'm kind of stealing this from Muscle Malcolm.
Mhm. Well, I usually have some kind of a schedule when I can eat bad and when I cannot eat bad. So now I'm in the stage where I cannot. So honestly, probably nothing fun. I'll just eat some kind of chicken and that'll be it.
I feel that. I feel that. I'm on the high calorie, high protein, low fat diet currently. So most of my diet is low fat beef, chicken, fish, nothing exciting. Yeah.
Is that from Pretty Boy or a Go Go?
That was from a go-go that I've been working with.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I get the whole diet situation because
But
it's
I gotta say that food in Puerto Rico is amazing, and honestly,
yes.
there's a million places there that are super awesome, and a lot of places I would love to go there. I've been a million places. Obviously, their food is unique, and it actually tastes kind of like it's cooked at home. It has this vibe, it feels like I'm just eating here with my family.
Very nice. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to make my way out to Puerto Rico for some time now. It'll have to definitely stay on my bucket list, and hopefully it's somewhere I end up going soon.
You
Uh,
should. I mean,
yeah.
if you've never been to Puerto Rico, like obviously the first place you would go is Old San Juan, which is extremely beautiful. Nature there is beautiful. There's so many things to see. Honestly, just sitting there on the beach makes me feel peaceful. It's
Oh
nice
yeah.
there. If you've never been there, you should go.
Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely thinking about going, and that will definitely. I'll have to make sure that the timing of it is on one of my cheat days so I could have fun.
Yeah, that's
Now, now, just to go into our open discussion topic, Donnaise, did you want to run this down?
I'll let you set it up and I'll just chime in.
No, you've been giving me enough uncomfortable stuff for the last couple of weeks. I'll let you do this one, buddy.
Oh, Jesus
I have to grab
Christ.
water.
It's funny.
All right, so while we're here, let's just talk about watch NWA on Comet. So NWA just signed a deal with Sinclair. Now you can actually watch NWA for free on Comet every Saturday at 4 p.m. And for those people who say, well, we don't have it, I don't know what to do, how it goes. First of all, it's regular and center. If you don't have it, you can go on their website and actually there you can watch it. You can watch it live or they actually upload it there for a whole week. Just keep in mind, you have only 1 week to watch the episode because then they replace it with a newer one.
Yes.
So yeah, but again, it makes it easy for anybody to watch. It's like it's free, you don't have to pay any money. Just go and watch. And plus, if you think that NWA something like I don't know what they're, you gotta watch at least one and see the progress. Honestly, the company changed so much in the last couple years. It has this old school vibe that we're going for, like vignettes, storylines. I think it's definitely worth checking out and decide it for yourself if you like it or not. And again, don't compare it to what you've seen maybe a couple years ago. Just watch it like it's something new.
100%. I
Right.
definitely agree. I was going to say NWA has progressed heavily in the last couple of years, and now being on NWA and now being on Comet TV, I personally feel like it's stronger than ever, the product. And speaking of which, you actually are defending your NWA World Women's title tomorrow against Serena
Yeah.
Vale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
I was going to say good luck with that match as well.
And here, yeah, you guys should watch it again, 4 p.m. on Comet tomorrow, Saturday.
Yes.
It's probably a good episode to check out if you've never seen it. I mean, I'm there, so that's
Yes, no,
interesting.
it's very yeah.
And also, by the way, Serena Vale is pretty good. I think she has huge potential. She's younger. She's just not just starting, but like compared to veterans, she is just starting. I think she has a lot. She has a good look, good skill. So if you like vampires and goth people, she's definitely
Yes.
something that would be
I was gonna
interesting.
say that sounds like it's right up Monkey's alley.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you probably like Serena Vale. I mean, again, she has a lot, a lot.
Oh,
to
she's
offer.
oh yeah, and she's young too. She's only 19.
She's super young. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got a long way to go for sure. That
Mhm.
I know will be a very competitive match. And we also have the semifinals tomorrow of the Crockett Cup. So the finals of the Crockett Cup will be decided tomorrow. And we also have Wrecking Ball Legursky against Carson Drake, and Carson Drake might die. I don't know. We'll see. Now,
I mean, then, yeah, you're going to have to find a new guest in a few weeks then. So, yeah.
I was gonna say we're supposed to have Carson Drake on here in like 3 weeks.
Well,
Hopefully-
yeah. Speaking of Carson Drake, it's another younger talent that NWA has, and honestly, I feel like people don't know enough about this guy. He's super
No.
talented, a lot of charisma, really good in the ring. I think it's one of those guys who can be a huge star. Like he definitely has that level of potential.
I see
So
it.
again, yeah, you guys gotta check him out if you never seen him.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten to meet Carson a couple times working Exodus. First off, amazing human being, really nice.
Oh yeah.
Really easy to talk to.
Mhm.
Funny, really funny too. Like he genuinely it cracks me up. And like I remember, I think it was back in December. It was right before, or no, in January, right before his match with EC3 in the main event. He's literally just on the chairs, like doing some push-ups, warming up, and he's like getting ready to do a banger. And I'm just like, I'm like, how do you have this much energy at 10:30 at night? And you
He's
know,
super young. That's how.
Yeah.
and
Uncomfortable,
he's a great kid. He really is. I
Okay.
genuinely see a lot of potential in him. I see him as a future world champion. Genuinely.
Me too.
I
I
do
mean, he's great
too.
at promos too. You know that matters. He's really good at promos. As his character is all there.
Great at promos, great
Mhm.
in ring ability, great at selling. Like, oh my god, like his selling is top notch. Like
Right? Yeah. Mhm.
I compared him to, who was it? Ziggler, because Ziggler is also
Yes.
very good at selling.
Yeah,
And
I would say different style though. Like
yeah, different style, but well, no, it wasn't Ziggler that I compared him to. I'm sorry, I compared him to Shawn Michaels.
okay, yeah, that's
Yes.
closer.
Yeah, and
I would have said Nemeth with the selling, but Striker with the presentation.
yep,
Yeah, Striker.
yeah. No, honestly, he's gonna be a huge star in a few years.
Yeah, I think so.
I see it.
Mhm.
Now, our open discussion topic for today. What is this? I think we all knew it was only a matter of time before wrestling streams and wrestling content creators would fade away, and it seems we are in that timeline, but WWE is still using reactor footage. Okay. Oh boy. So, all right, guys. So let's talk about this real quick. I'm gonna have an indecisive opinion about this, and I already know there's gonna be people that don't like this opinion, but whatever.
Yeah.
Look, reacting to clips on social media, in my personal opinion, is not content. It's not. Because let's be completely honest, the main reason why you're getting views on that video in the first place is because of who you're remixing with. You're taking in their audience, not creating your own. And the thing is that, in my personal opinion, by doing stuff like that, you're not really creating anything original. Now, if you're one of those wrestling creators that is, you know, like Malcolm Muscle or these other, or like Marks with Mics, or some of these other people out here that are creating content on a regular basis, whether it's through podcasts, social media clips, doing random interviews, stuff of that nature, like that's different. Like that's consistent content, and that's how you create your own audience. If all you're doing though is sitting behind a screen with a microphone and all this other crap and headphones and reacting to clips of Raw and reacting to clips of NXT, that's not content. That's you just watching TV. That's somebody, that is you being watched while you are watching something else.
Yeah, that's why reaction content in general on YouTube kind of just died. But the wrestling version of it is still like barely clinging on.
I've never
only because WWE didn't hype that on it yet.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know we do our watch alongs and stuff for, like, you know, WrestleMania, Backlash, whatever else.
I thought I was gonna have to fucking defend UWO here.
but
you might have to.
But we're not over here sharing the entire clip like on our screen, and we're not, you know, like just talking about that. Like we'll randomly just burst out talking about other random stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I don't see you clipping yourself reacting to a wrestling clip as content. I don't see that as content. Because it's not that hard. There's really not all that much work that goes into it.
Yeah, I do kind of agree.
Whereas, like, you're doing it, like, whereas if you're actually like trying to create a skit, or if you're doing an interview, okay, well, now you gotta create lighting, now you gotta have a camera, now you gotta have good mics, now you have to take all those clips and edit. Like there's actual work that goes into that.
We here at UWO do not share the opinions.
Oh, be quiet, monkey.
Of our partners RTC on this topic.
Oh my gosh.
That is insane work what they have just said here today.
Mute him right now, Eric. Oh wait, he's got control. Darn it.
I was gonna say it's his room.
Yeah.
I thought it was yours.
It's called It's called the dissenting opinion.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
First
I
off,
already knew you were going to be offended by the opinion.
First off, it super depends. Reactionary content is this it's this fucking tightrope walk, and it super depends on how you do it. Okay. So like some of what you said is valid, some of what you said is fucking absolutely outrageous. Things that are valid. Posting 30 to 60-second clips of you reacting to a 30 to 60-second clip is content. It's shit content. It's not good content. It's fucking stupid. Watch alongs, which is what UWO does. There's content value in that, especially during the commercial breaks where you're either listening to us or listening to a Papa John's commercial. Then
like there are some times we
I
do
didn't
hit
say
with
anything about
news.
watch alongs. I said watch alongs are fine.
Then there's certain reactionary content. You don't find it so much on wrestling because wrestling reactionary content is done in a very fucking lazy way. But there's plenty of reactionary content on YouTube where the reaction ends up being 3 or 4 times as long as the content that they're reacting to. So there's that.
Yes.
That's adding content to the content that they're reacting to, which I feel like is a good pass on reactionary content. It truly is how you present it and how much effort you put into it. If you're just fucking sitting there with a clip or something playing on the side and you're gonna fucking how they call it chair stream it, then yeah, you're not adding content, you're stealing somebody else's content. That's fucking bad. But you can't outright say that reactionary content is bad because there's a lot of good shit out there that I personally watch because that's most of the shit I watch on YouTube. So I mean, it's a tightrope walk. It's not for everybody, you know. And I think everybody thinks that they can do it.
Don A's.
I think Eric, you spoke where I come from with it. And it's more so, would you use the reaction? It's whether or not you are actively flagging these channels and still using their reactions. That's like where I'm like, I don't know, but I get where you're both coming from. So it's all about how you transform the media. Yeah.
It's a big thing.
I know, like,
there's TOS involved. So a lot of the people that are being copyright struck right now and stricken down, they are breaking TOS flat out. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. Pat McAfee had to go through it, and he's the biggest fucking sports podcaster right now on YouTube, and he had to go through it. He can't just willy nilly throw NFL fucking clips on his shit when he was on YouTube. He had to go and actually talk to the NFL and pay for that, right? Like, if it's good for him, it's good for all. Those guys were actually breaking TOS. If it's WWE's content, if they don't want it fucking shown on your channel, they have the right to remove it from your channel. And there's really not shit that you can do about it except get creative on how you do go around that, like everybody else has to, like Pat had to, and everybody else. Everybody had that wall, and it was either contact the company and pay out the ass or find a workaround. Most people like us find workarounds, bro. Like, yeah, but you guys are a lot of the people bitching today about their favorite reactionary streamer was wrong. Sorry, dude, but that's TOS. That's how it works. Everybody's got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, moving on to our final topic for today before we go into our plugs and hop off here. The Indieverse. Now, Garrett Borden, Sting's other son, is set to make his professional wrestling debut against Brandon Beretta at the Rhodes Wrestling Association this weekend. So it's official. Both of Sting's sons are officially in the business now.
I mean, Garrett technically has been in there since the TNA main event Mafia days because the Sting and Angle storyline.
Technically, yes, but now they are both in it on their own terms.
Okay. There you go. Because you could have said Dominic was legit in the business when they did the Ray Eddie stuff.
Yes. Now, Also, Kofi and Austin Creed are scheduled to make their first post-WWE appearances at WrestleCon on May 24th. Like we were speaking about earlier, for a different topic now, though, WWC Puerto Rico has announced that Jake Hager will be appearing at their 53rd anniversary show on June 26th. And this will be Jake Hager's first professional wrestling appearance since 2024. Question is he wrestling?
He might be, but I know he's been doing a lot with Power Slap, so who knows?
Yeah. Did you see his first match?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus, he almost killed that guy.
Yeah, saw that coming. But did he really have to say fuck Tony Khan like in the middle of his celebration?
I mean, freedom of speech is a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we just
not everybody deserves it, but it is a thing.
We just had Monkey on here like 45 minutes ago imitating Tony Khan sniffing cocaine off of his table.
Like I said, not everybody deserves it, but
was it a bad imitation? I think it was spot on accurate.
Move on, Eric, please.
Moving on. Now, Tenzan has announced that he will be having his retirement match from New Japan on August 15th. Now, we do also have a few independent wrestling shows going on this weekend. As we were talking about earlier, WWC will be running a show this weekend in Puerto Rico where Natalia Markova will be going for the WWC Women's Championship. And if I'm not mistaken, Brian's going for the WWC television title, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully Looks That Kill come home with double belts this weekend.
That would be great.
Yeah, no, that would be an awesome time. Now,
oh yeah.
Also this weekend, happening tonight, actually, we will have GCW Guilty Conscience happening in Detroit, Michigan. A few matches going down will be Vandal 48 versus the Pillars, which will be Atticus Cogar and Otis Cogar versus Malcolm Monroe III and Tommy Vendetta. Then in a women's showcase, we will see Allison Kay versus Viperous. Allison Kay, one half of the women's tag team champions. You can see her every Saturday not every Saturday, but when she's booked, you can see her on Saturdays on NWA Power on Comet TV at 4 p.m. And in a singles grudge match, Dr. Redacted will be taking on Anakin Murphy. And then there will be more.
Dr. Redacted.
Moving on, Eric, Monkey.
Dude's crazy. I'm not even going to lie. He's a really crazy deathmatch wrestler. Also this weekend, we have Awesome Championship Wrestling Reckoning happening. We have a pretty stacked card for that as well. In the main event, Andrade El Idolo will make his debut against Richard Holiday. For the ACW National Championship, Zach Clayton will defend against Dante El Jaguar Casanova. In a 5-way survival number one contenders match, Brian Cage versus Hammerstone versus Flip Gordon versus Mance Warner versus a surprise mystery opponent. And the winner will be the new number one contender to the World Championship, aka Killer Cross. And many more matches also to be announced. And then in a women's tag team match, we will see Steph DeLander and Indy Hartwell take on Vicious Vicky and Lady Frost. Then in another tag match, we will see the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch take on Wrecking Ball Legursky and Yoshifer. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right. And then for the ACW Cruiserweight Championship, we will see Leo Sparrow defend against the Phoenix GKM versus Liamo. And then Big Ben Bishop will take on Firework Fox Viner. And Crowbar with Vanessa will take on Danny Doring. All this will be live on Triller TV tomorrow night. As well, tomorrow night, we will see GCW Gateway to Death. Going to be lots of fun stuff happening on that card. Do they even have the card here? All right, yes, they do. The Cowboy Way versus Vandal 48, the heavy-hitting duo of One Called Manders and Thomas Shire versus Atticus Cogar and Otis Cogar. Joey Janela versus Little Sicko, plus many, 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 many other matches going down the card. Now, just to hit some plugs for this week, if you haven't already, make sure that you go check out nationalwrestlingalliance.com. Buy tickets for some of our upcoming shows. We got Hard Time 6 coming up in Atlanta at I just spaced on the venue. Oh my God.
Central Stage.
Thank you. Central Stage. June 6th. Buy your tickets right now. You can also see NWA
You're
live.
fired.
Leave me alone, monkey. All right. I haven't had enough caffeine yet.
Yeah, right.
That's not an excuse to forget Central Stage.
Just
So it's been a running bit that Eric F's up with one of our guests every week to the point where he owes Richard owes him like 20 signature moves at this point. And that's why Pretty Boy is gonna
You just
train him until he is like 100 pounds lighter.
I owe Pretty Boy like 200 push-ups. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 3 by the end of the week.
Let's just hope I'm still on payroll by the end of the day. Now
that's what you get for forgetting.
Now
the
you can
venue.
also watch NWA live on June 7th in Athens, Georgia. I believe that is in collaboration with Viral Pro Wrestling. You'll be able to see that June 7th, and then recently announced on July 25th, we will be returning to the 2300 Arena for the 78th anniversary. Tickets are live. You can buy them right now at nwaliveevents.com. Buy them all. Also, if you haven't already, go over to nwamerch.shop, buy a t-shirt, buy a hat, buy a beanie. I think we have beanies on there. Buy a hoodie, buy Natalia shirt, buy just about anything you can find on there. NWAmerch.shop. Anything you would like to plug, Natalia? I'm sorry.
Follow me on social media. All my social media is real and as Natalia Markova. Or just type Natalia Markova and whatever you're looking for. Instagram, X, TikTok, whatever else, Facebook. I have them all, and I have blue check marks. So if something doesn't have blue check mark, that's not me. But I love you guys following me, commenting, interacting. That makes me super happy. I'm there every single day. I post every day. So yeah, I love seeing people there.
Heck yeah. Donnaise, anything you want to plug?
Other than the possibility if Monkey still has all use of 10 fingers, we've got UWO tonight.
Wait, why would he not have all use of what did he do? Is he in trouble with the wife?
Hold on. The finger's fine. The finger's fine. So I thought it was fractured. Ends up it's a big contusion. I still can't bend it fully. But the real big I wasn't too worried about it, but I sprained my neck. That's the injury there, but it'll be all right. I'll live.
All right, y'all. Well, until tonight, we'll see you all on UWO tonight, and we'll catch y'all next week on
as a final thought to you reaction streamers, it's a lot less likely to get banned out or have your content pulled if you're reacting to smaller companies.
Ooh,
that too.
Leave you with that thought, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Later.